to the arena. I'm Michael Corrin. That wasn't me. That fellow who was walking along through the moral maze. That's not me. I avoid the moral maze. But we do have it every Monday on the show. We cover the issues of morality and sexuality. And I mean this, that the other networks simply won't. I mean, that's the point of it. You won't see this anywhere else, whether you agree or not. You're not going to see discussions like this on CBC or CTV. The expert on the world of darkness this week is Lisa Globe from Campaign Life. Are you an expert on the world of darkness?
I like that title. I think I might change my name now.
Well, this is pretty bloody dark. Decriminalize incest, says the German government's ethics council. Now, I mean, I love Germany, but I have to say, it had to be Germany. The German government's, they're not going to do it, I don't think, but the German government's ethics council, so it's not a bunch of lunatics or some eccentric, they say decriminalize incest. Why?
Well, I think that they're just saying you can't, it's incest between two consenting adults. So, you know, and especially when it comes to kids, if kids can get genetic disorders without being products of incest, then why discriminate against people who are consenting, who do want to indulge in that type of behavior? So, and you know, one of the ethicists in Germany came out saying, you know, it makes sense because if you do find a genetic disorder in children that are products of incest, then you can have an abortion up to 9 months, so it's easy to take care of. So
jolly, jolly. There are always cases we hear, there are cases we hear about where people have fallen in love and then they find out they were separated when they were tiny and they're actually related. And that, you know, it's dreadful, it's very difficult, and you can understand, and maybe some exceptions need to be made. A cousin, I don't know, I mean, certainly years ago, 19th century, cousins were married. That wasn't that unusual. But a brother and a sister, everyone watching this show, every normal, adjusted person will say, a brother and sister who've been raised together, there is something profoundly unhealthy, even if there's no children. Forget the biology. There's something emotionally, psychologically broken about this. Now, it's one thing to say, don't put them in prison. I mean, maybe I can go along with that. But we must discourage it by any means we can. And what this is saying is open the door a bit wider.
Yeah, and I mean, the council was saying, you know, it's rare before it's legal, so it will be rare after. But it's right, the law is a guiding factor on people's morality for sure. It tells them what's right and what's wrong. And I think that it definitely won't be as rare. So I think, yeah, it's ludicrous. So hopefully it doesn't pass. And like you said, I don't think that it will.
I just don't think it's... Look, the judiciary, governments, police are reluctant to prosecute in such cases anyway. They're rare and they will turn a blind eye. The problem here is the next step is, well, what about if there is a child involved and what do we mean by consent? And when people say that won't happen, I'm afraid the thing about slippery slopes is they do exist. They are slippery. Teacher fired for protesting Planned Parenthood files $390,000. Tell us more.
Oh, there's a teacher at a public school in the States, and basically he protested this Planned Parenthood, opening of Planned Parenthood, and he was on TV, just so happened to be the one person giving the interview, so they found it. And since then, you know, he had 5 years of gold recommendations, no complaints against him, and all of a sudden it went downhill. And he was a math teacher, and at one point, Planned Parenthood came to his high school and did a presentation in his math class, which makes no sense at all.
They were being provocative.
Yeah, they were definitely being provocative. He wanted to leave. The principal told him he had to stay. And since after that presentation, he told the kids that Planned Parenthood was responsible for killing over, you know, millions of babies across the United States. He then got fired, and so he's now suing them for almost $400,000.
So in his private life, outside of being an exemplary teacher, he has politics, he's pro-life, as are 50% of North Americans, and he protests non-violently outside a Planned Parenthood clinic. He's seen on TV, and because of that his life is made hell. There are teachers who have the most dreadful private lives, and it becomes quite public. They're never fired.
I completely agree. And not only that, but I mean, why would a Planned Parenthood organization come and do a presentation in a math class?
Yeah.
And there were so many different factors. So I definitely think, I hope that he wins. And you know, I'm a pro-life activist, so as I was reading this story, so many people came to mind just across Canada that if this happened, like they would have to fire many, many, many teachers across the country.
I don't believe in a public school he should bring his politics in. Left or right, you keep your politics at home. They say just teach math. But equally, he has a right to have politics outside the classroom, as long as they're not extreme or violent or antisocial. Criminal negligence in London crash. This case here, I think, is similar. The precedents here could be extraordinary. Tell us about it.
Well, everyone knows about the story that happened tragically a few months ago, where a woman crashed into a Costco in London, Ontario, hitting the 8-month pregnant woman and killing her 6-year-old daughter. And
I'm not sure if everyone does know about that, but
and putting her 2-year-old daughter at risk with near fatal injuries. So the woman was charged with killing the 6-year-old, but not charged with killing the unborn child, because she was 8 months pregnant, and under Canadian law, that child wasn't legally considered a person. But it just came out a few days ago that this driver, Ruth Berger, who's 65, will in fact be charged with manslaughter against the unborn child as well. So people are saying that this could be extraordinary in its precedence, because they're counting an unborn child as a person, which is pretty crazy. Also, just the timing of it all, because just a few days ago, another case, there's a woman in Brampton. She was a former prostitute and a stripper. She said that she accidentally fell down the stairs and gave birth to her child prematurely. And then covered the baby up with blankets and left the baby there, and the superintendent found the baby. And even though this was an 8-month-old baby, very similar to the age of the Costco driver one, the judge said that there would be no charges laid, because under the Supreme Court ruling, that child is not legally considered a person. So you have two different cases, one where charges are laid, one where they aren't.
Has this happened before? Well, I mean, because I know there was a case in Manitoba that was quite infamous, where a woman tried to kill her unborn child. But have there been charges? I mean, she's already been charged with manslaughter, but an unborn child assumed to be a life. I mean, surely that will drive the pro-abortion people absolutely crazy.
And I think it most definitely will. But the charges have been laid. The police made statements earlier in the week. So we'll see what happens. And I definitely think that charges should be laid. That child was a person.
Yes, I agree.
And it doesn't make sense under Canadian law. Like, is a child only a person when they're wanted, and then they're not human when they aren't wanted? It raises a lot of questions.
Keep watching this one, because I mean, when I read this, I thought I'd misread it. London, Ontario. This happened. Anyway, we will see. Extraordinary stuff. Thank you very much indeed.